Have you ever felt shameful when someone complimented your weight loss and you didn't reveal you were using the shot as a tool? Maybe you said, "Oh, I've just been eating better," even though you're on the weight loss medication too. Listen, your business is your business, but you need to know something. You are not alone. So many women feel like they have to hide the tools that they are actually using to help them get healthy. But here's the part that people don't talk about. That shame and secrecy can actually hurt your weight loss progress. So today we're breaking down why this happens, what society teaches us about weight loss, and how to finally own your journey with confidence. Hey, it's Coach Kisha, your holistic nutrition weight loss coach and a nurse practitioner. And welcome back to Weight Talk Thursdays, where we keep it heart-centered, hormone-friendly, and real-life approved. I want to tell you a quick story. I recently saw a colleague at work who had clearly lost a noticeable amount of weight. She looked beautiful. She looked lighter, healthier, and she was more confident. So I told her so. She smiled and said she'd been eating cleaner and exercising more. And I believed her until later that week. I saw her at the same weight loss clinic I go to, walking out with the same little branded bag I always leave with. And it clicked. She's on the shot too. And there was no judgment, only understanding, because I've done it and been there too. When people now compliment me on my progress, I'm honest. I say, yes, I'm using the medication, but I'm also changing my habits and preparing for life after the shot. And that honesty feels freeing. It's part of my own journey and my story, and I'm not hiding it anymore. So let's talk about this. How does hiding your journey actually hurt your weight loss? Number one, shame raises cortisol, and cortisol increases cravings, creates belly fat storage, and it slows down our metabolism. It turns emotional weight into physical weight. Number two, shame disconnects you from your habits and you downplay your effort. You avoid support. You stop tracking. You stop asking for help. You can't improve what you pretend doesn't exist. Number three, shame creates that I must be perfect mindset. Then one slip up turns into I messed up, so I'll start again Monday. And that turns into overeating, craving spirals, and frustration. Number four, shame creates the fear of regain. You're scared. Someone will say, "See, I knew it wouldn't last." And that fear alone creates stress, restriction, and rebound behaviors. Shame doesn't just weigh on our emotions, it shows up on the scale. So where does all this come from? Here's the truth. Society glorifies willpower and ignores biology. Women over 40 are often told they must struggle, suffer, and earn their results. If weight loss feels too easy, people assume you cheated. We get praised for shrinking, but you get judged for how we shrink. And deep down, we fear that if we regain anything, someone will say, "Told you so." And here's the reality. Using help is not cheating. It's treatment. It's just like using blood pressure medicine, or just like using insulin, or just like using antidepressants. Support is not weakness, it's wisdom. So how do you start owning your journey with confidence? Number one, you acknowledge your effort. Medication didn't walk you into the clinic. Medication didn't help you choose your meals. You did that. Number two, you own your tools. Using what supports you is not something to hide. Number three, you speak your truth, but with boundaries. You don't owe anyone the full story. You can simply say, I'm focusing on my health and using a few weight loss options, and the changes are working. Number four, choose your circle wisely. Share with people who cheer you on, not people who critique you. When you do this, you release shame and you step into your power. And here's something else we don't talk about enough of. Your weight loss journey needs community support, even with medication, even with meal plans, even with the best intentions. You need people around you who keep you accountable, who understand what you're going through, and who remind you you're not doing this alone. Accountability isn't pressure, it's protection. It protects your progress, it protects your mindset, and it keeps you consistent on the days motivation isn't enough. And that's why so many women thrive when they have a coach or a group or a safe community that actually gets it. Because support isn't optional in weight loss. Support is strategy. So here's your Weight Talk Thursdays task for the week. Acknowledge your journey one time this week. You can tell a trusted friend, yes, I'm using medication, but I'm also working on my lifestyle too. Or you can write it in your journal. I am not ashamed of my process. Owning your truth, even privately, is powerful. And when you do, I want you to come back here and comment, I owned my journey this week. I love to cheer you on. Your health story is yours, whether it includes medication, mindfulness, movement, or all three. It is still valid. And if you enjoyed this episode and want to learn more about building sustainable habits, you can join our Fresh Start Holistic Weight Loss Program or grab my book, The Wait is Over, for real life strategies to keep the weight off for good. Both options are available at amplehealthandwellness.com, or you can click the link in the program's description. Well, that's all I have for today. Thank you for joining and listening. This has been Coach Kisha, your Weight Talk Thursdays holistic nutrition weight loss coach. And I want you to remember, your health is not a secret. It's your story. So own it. Until next time, I need you to stay healthy, stay motivated, and please be safe. Bye.